Hi, it's me again with Corel Draw Tips and Tricks. Just yesterday I made a video on making these. And then I thought, and if you notice, I didn't use any black. I just used a darker burnt orange. But if you want to take a screenshot of that, this is actually a little bit difficult. But if we do the same thing we did yesterday and draw a six-sided polygon and flip it again, and then make it a five-sided. We've got that five-sided. And the reason I'm doing that, because you can't put a five-sided into I'm going to try to use about the same size line that I did on this one. Then take it and select them both and hit T, and that put that line to the top. Now hit the plus key. You know what? Let's nudge. I don't know how far. 1 inch. Let's nudge that up. Not quite enough. So let's nudge it twice and then Control D and nudge it up twice again. Now we want to make our lines long enough. Now I'm going to hold down the Alt key, which groups those three together when I go Control G. And then I'm going to go Control D and alternate C. And you couldn't do this if you didn't have it in the center of the page. Now this is about the only tricky part that I kind of get caught up on is this right here, where to put this line. And if you look, the last X, it's inside the last center X. So there's the last center X. Just think about that and put it right there. Okay, now we're going to delete some lines through here and here. So let's do that first. Don't go over here, but hold down the Alt key and you can delete those two lines. Then I've actually got to look. You want to delete these two lines and then delete some lines going down. So we're going to grab I'm going to delete, I didn't hold down the Alt key. And then I want to delete, I'm pretty sure it's just these two lines. I want the line in the center. And I think we have it. So what I'm going to do now is group this together. I always do that because I want to be able to move this thing out of the way. Now we set our nudge factor on something light. Let's make it, I'm drawing huge today for some reason. So we just want to make sure we can move this thing out of the way. And I always test what I'm doing before I do any interactive fill tool. I'm going to go smart fill tool. I'm going to fill that in, that in, that in, and that in. Now I'm going to group that together, Control G, Control D, make the new one blue, and alternate C and rotate it 72 degrees just to make sure it fits. Because then you're going to waste a lot of time. Now ungroup this, save a lot of time if you mess up. Now I created a burnt orange color down here to make it just kind of unique. So I'm going to get this top box and get my interactive fill tool and swipe across. And then I'm going to use this darker burnt orange that I made just to give it a little bit more darkness. Now I'm going to do just the opposite on this one. I'm going to put the dark burnt orange there. And see, it just kind of breaks it up a little bit. Makes it look like, I hope people realize, because normally I put black everywhere in the corners. So I'm not really doing that this time. But we're going to go ahead and maybe we'll use this, and it's pretty easy to make that color darker. I think that looks pretty good. Now, because we've nudged and grouped, look at that. I can get rid of that. Boy, that looks like it's not going to work. Control G to group, Control D to duplicate, alternate C, 72 degrees. Look at that. Magically works. We put a black box around it. It looks pretty much like my first one. And you can go further, take it and put white lines, black lines. I don't think it looks as good because you'd have to do some more cutting. I think it looks good just like that. Kind of like it's three-dimensional and kind of twisted. Anyway, I hope that gave you an idea or two, and feel free to take a screenshot of that right there. It'll really help you. Thank you for watching.